Hello and welcome to another episode of Old World Tech Fridays. Trina is out sick and is taking the night off, although she is active in the chat section, so wish her well. Speedy recovery.
Indeed.
I am joined by my other co-host, Ryan from Everything's Broken Garage.
Hello.
And we know you have many, many, many choices in entertainment out there, and we're glad you decided to come and hang out with us.
Indeed.
So, let's see. What do we got? Who we got in the
We got in
channel
the chat.
tonight?
We got a few people kicking it there in the chat. Who we got? Let me go. Let's see. The first fellow in was Sloopy. So congratulations, Sloopy, on being number one.
Woohoo!
Then we have Eric's Edge. Then someone named Everything's Broken Garage. I don't know who that is.
Sounds familiar.
And some loser who's got possibly has COVID. Trina's Technobabble.
Trina Rona.
We won't talk about her. Then we got Garth Beagle. Is that like the dog?
I think it's Bagel.
Oh, is it
It's
bagel?
French.
It's a bagel. Oh,
Bagel.
it's French for
Oh,
bagel.
bagel.
Gotcha.
Yeah, French for
There we
bagel.
go.
That's right.
Gotcha. And then we got some guy named Jim, Retro Techie, is joining us. And yeah, there we go. I think that's everybody.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out. We've got quite a few things on the agenda, including a special guest this evening.
Yes.
Will be
Well, I don't
joining
know.
us.
Is the special guest in the green room yet?
I haven't seen him yet.
Oh. Well, when he arrives in the green room, we'll make sure that we let him in.
Yes, indeed. So,
is anybody else incredibly tired? This has been one hell of a week.
I've been driving the entire day, and it rained most of the way back. So yeah, I'm exhausted.
So did you take the underpowered Japanese mini truck to the pick it up?
Oh no! I'd still be driving.
Yeah, exactly.
No. Jess and Liam went with me today, and we drove to Kingston, New York.
Okay.
So it was 2.5 hours away. To go pick up the Apple II Plus that is hanging out back there.
Nice.
On the table.
Mine's over here.
I see it back there under that monitor and the couple disk drives.
No, it's not a monitor.
Disk drives.
That's
Look at
not
that.
a monitor.
I can't see.
That's a Xerox CPM machine.
Oh, look at that.
That I'm still trying to get Tech Tangents to take because I don't want to deal with it. All in good time. Well, maybe it's something. I have two of them, so maybe it's something Sean from Action Retro might like. He does like weird terminals, and it's the strangest of terminals.
I saw an IBM terminal somebody was selling today really cheap on Macari. They didn't know what it was, but it was an old IBM terminal. It was like what was it, a 52 something, 52R. But anyway, it was an old AS400 terminal.
Okay, cool.
Terminals they used to connect to the AS400.
Right.
But yeah, it was didn't have the monitor, but it had the actual unit itself, the terminal.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like $20-$30.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's an 822. It has a DOS card in it, but it's a very strange handmade DOS card. I've got it taken apart here. Sorry, I'm answering Sloopy's question. I believe it's some sort of Xerox. It's not an Alto or one of those, like Xerox, the thing that Apple stole from Xerox. Not one of those, but it is a Xerox CPM machine. So it's got takes a keyboard and it has the option to take a disk drive. It does not come with the dual 8-inch disk drives. I'm hoping to find them. We found this at the school that we got all the 386s from. This was one of the things that was found in the. Two of these were actually found in the cement truck. So I don't know. I think I have that picture here somewhere. Just bear with me a second while I go find that. But yeah, there's a. We saved a bunch of 386s from the back of a school bus, and then we also saved a pile of IBMs and a couple of Zenith CPM machines and a couple of these Xerox CPM machines out of the front of a cement truck. So it's cool. I've never seen one before, and I don't know
Yeah.
for here. I'm guessing it was used in one of the technical colleges, and that's where the guy found it that we bought it from. But he has several locations around town where he lives, about 4 hours away from me. And the hope is we're going back there this coming summer. Myself and one of my other retro tech buddies here in St. John's, and he may or may not have a school full of Apple IIs. So
That would be awesome.
yep, we're hoping if it is full of Apple IIs, we're gonna buy all of them, and there will be an abundance of Apple IIs on the internet for sale.
Nice.
The only reason I know there might be Apple IIs there is because I found everything we found was Windows and DOS, except I found a Duo disk, like a full, platinum Duo disk drive, which I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you see in the background, but it's back there somewhere. Um,
yeah,
and it it gave me hope because I also found a bunch of Commodore 64 power supplies. So I'm like, okay, so there should be some Commodore 64 somewhere, and there should be some Apple II somewhere. So fingers crossed, we're going back,
yeah.
and we're gonna
That's awesome.
basically buy whatever he has. So, and I may try to live stream it while I'm out there. We had pretty good cell phone reception last time, so I might actually make that a live stream.
Nice. Yeah, that would be
uh,
cool.
Walking around the compound. It was pretty cool seeing all the heavy equipment and then juxtaposition of the heavy equipment with all the miscellaneous retro tech was kind of cool. So
Hmm.
anyway, I digress.
Pretty neat. Pretty neat.
And
I
I
had
win
a
word
bunch of.
bingo today because I used digress and juxtaposition. So I win
Yeah,
word bingo.
those are two. Yep, those are good ones.
They are good ones.
Uh, so I had some random new new old stuff come this week. I got the Apple III in, and it actually arrived fully intact and boots and works fine. I'm gonna recap the power supply anyway, which I actually have it out because I don't want to accidentally turn it back on again. I just wanted to test it so that I could leave the guy a good review. So I did, and it works. Everything boots up. I got a ton of software with it that the guy had sent as well. So yeah, it arrived safely. I pulled the power supply out, and I got a recap kit on the way for it.
Nice, nice.
Um, so I
Now, where did you
purchased
get that recap
a
kit? Because they're hard to find these days.
uh, yep, jcm-1.com.
Wow, are they the purveyor
So
of all
yeah,
things Apple III?
they are absolutely. So yeah, Joe's made a lot of great products for the Apple III, including newer developments like the Titan board clones, the soft card clone. You know, so yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff on there. So I went over there and purchased the recap kit. I actually bought one of Will's adapters to go for the floppy emu to the Apple III. So I'm going to get that lined up. I got to get a ribbon cable, the 26-pin ribbon cable, so that I could plug the adapter box into the actual Apple III.
Mm,
I also got from Will, I got one of his ROM sim chip programmers, as well as a 4 meg ROM
nice,
and an 8 meg ROM,
of course.
so that I can create custom ROM images and use his programmer to flash the ROM images to him. So you can use this like on the SE30, um, any of the Mac 2s,
Nice, nice.
2CI, 2CX, all those.
Awesome.
But yeah, you can make your own custom ROMs with Will's chips and put them in there. So yeah, that's awesome. So there's a lot of good stuff have come out.
Very exciting.
Today, the long drive that I took today was to pick up that Apple II Plus that I had gotten online. I had to do a local pickup, so I had to drive 2.5 hours to go pick it up. So it came with the Apple II plus the two disk drives plus the two controllers that came with it, the joystick controllers, and then a whole pile of wires, some of which you see on the floor back there, of odds and ends, bits and bobs, for Apple Mac stuff. So yeah, it's been a crazy busy week.
Indeed, indeed. Well, for me, it was a week of some new tech, some new stuff, but it was also a week of winding down because it's the last week of school. So
Yeah,
we had
absolutely.
our commencement today. We had graduation this week. We had commencement today. We had award ceremonies. We had goodbye parties. We had staff parties. It was a very busy week. But I did pick up some cool retro tech because no week goes by when Ryan doesn't purchase retro tech of
It's
some
true.
sort. So
So
I
what did you
don't know.
find?
I don't know if last week I had mentioned I picked up a new Packard Bell. I have a new Packard Bell 8086 in actually, or is it
Awesome.
286? It's either an 8086 or a 286. Newish in box. It's in
That's
the
awesome.
central area of our province. So I'm going to
Hmm.
pick it up on my way out west when I go for my vacation in August. But I did pick up some other cool stuff. I also got some packages in the mail, which we're going to go through here now. But I
Ooh,
picked up
awesome.
this fantastic game, um, Doctor Doom's Revenge. It's made by Paragon Software.
Oh,
It's actually
our
a
guest has arrived.
oh, the guest has
I
arrived. Okay, well,
apologize. The guest has
feel free to
arrived.
let the guest in.
Yellow.
Hey, Javier
Hello,
is
Javier.
here.
How you guys doing?
Good, you?
We're doing great. Yourself?
Chilling with my homies. Look what I got.
Looks like
Ooh,
a
I like
craft
that.
joystick.
Yeah, but it's bent.
Uh,
Ooh,
And of
so,
course
but Javier, sometimes that's how that happens. It's natural.
yeah,
that's right.
They have a little curve.
with age, you
Just
know.
just how it happens.
What kind of
So
plug is that, Javier?
that looks like a PC plug-in, but no pins.
Weird.
Oh,
What happened to him?
pinless. That's interesting.
They plucked out the pins, I suppose.
For like gold scrap? Are they gold?
I don't know. Yeah, how much gold can you get out of that?
Exactly.
That's so weird. So they
Desperate times, my friend.
Right.
Desperate times.
yeah. So yeah,
That is odd.
it says helpmate robotics. So I don't know. It's something. I mean,
Hmm. Let's make Javier big.
There we go.
Big Javier. There we go. Well, Helpmate. There you go. Helpmate Robotics Inc. Danbury, Connecticut. Interesting. LabMate Joystick 1. Model 875C. That's really cool.
so yeah, I don't know what I may just take out this or cover it when I retro write it. So I'm going to be cleaning it. But yeah, I maybe need to conserve this.
I wonder if you could like 3D print the new plug and just put new pins, solder new
Oh
pins.
yeah. The plug. I can convert it to an Apple II one.
Right.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Just cut that off and replace it.
The
Yeah.
only thing is I gotta straighten this. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Hopefully it's not plastic.
Hmm. Yeah. You need some type of shaft straightening device.
Yep.
Yep. I've never seen one that got bent like that.
Working in tonight. In
Nice.
fact,
That's awesome.
So what's the big announcement, Javier?
Oh, I have a joystick question, Javier.
Oh, actually, we have a. Let's. Frank wants to show off his joystick.
So I've not seen them, so I'm not sure
hey,
what.
Sloopy.
I picked up an Apple II Plus today.
Oh,
and it came
wow.
with it came with these disk drives and these two controllers.
No, nice controllers. Those are difficult to get, man.
There's no labels on them.
No labels. Yeah.
So one says 0 and one says 1.
By the way, if somebody wants to grab, there's some some of those paddles, Apple II paddles,
Yeah,
on eBay.
Oh yeah.
And one of them is missing the one of the paddle thingies. You know
Yeah.
I also have a set that's missing them.
I just 3D design one if you want it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I have the actual Apple ones with the orange knobs.
Okay.
One of my knobs. Okay, Trina, you're gonna make a joke about it, but one of my knobs is missing.
Only one?
Oh, I see it right here. $12.99.
Yeah.
There's a set of two. One has a black button, one has a red button.
Yeah, I was gonna buy it, but I got too many things. So I'm like, let somebody that
that might need them.
Might need them, yeah, because I am really. I'm opening my. Can I share my screen? Hold on. Yeah, I can share
share your screen and I'll add it.
Yeah.
Also the Apple III. What kind of joystick works with the Apple III?
Apple III. I never use one, but it should be an Apple II joystick.
I wasn't sure, and I don't want to plug anything in and it mess something up, so I figured I'd wait and ask people that might know.
All right, I'm sharing.
Oh, look at that. That looks great.
That looks like it.
That is awesome.
So I mean, it's not amazing or something like that, but I took one, I measure it,
No, that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
and there it is. So
Oh
it's not
shit, that
beautiful
is
yet,
great.
but if you want to test it, 3D printed and test it, it should
Yeah.
work.
Send
yeah.
send me the file. I'll print it when
I was gonna say
at
I'll
school.
print it on the X1 here, and then I can swap it with one of the ones that's on it
Sure.
and try it out. Why not?
So I'll. Okay, where am I?
I can
See, you
print
got the
it.
X1. You haven't used it yet.
I'm gonna stop.
Well, I used it a couple times, but nothing for me. I printed Liam some tractors and wagons and a bunch of other crap, and I printed some stuff for my mother-in-law, and then I just haven't printed anything that I
Oh,
actually
I
want
should
to.
send you stuff to print, man. I need things to print, and you
Oh,
really got a good printer.
Oh
man.
yeah, no, I got a good printer. Yeah, send them. I'll print them for you and ship them to you.
Listen, I
Yeah, 'cause
actually want
I
this to
don't.
be printed. I sent it to Joe, but I think he's busy.
Oh,
I need
yeah.
to be printed for Kansas Fest, man. I want to present it, and this
No,
is
that's
look at my
awesome.
printer. My printer sucks, man. It
Oh, I see the edge. Yeah.
makes it breaks.
No, I have a good printer. I'll print it.
Yeah, I'll send you
send me
this.
the file. I'll print it.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna send you.
Oh, Trina, I just saw your message. The special guest is Javier.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So what's up with Trina?
I wasn't paying attention to this.
Oh, she's feeling wrong. Oh, she's feeling sick, Nick.
She's got the Rona.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I hope she doesn't have it.
Yeah, she thinks she does because she lost her sense of taste, I believe it was.
Now, but in fairness, Trina never really had a sense of taste. So
She never had taste, though.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to send you these stickers anyway, Javier. So yeah, send me whatever and I'll print them. There's Apple II stickers for the VisiCalc.
I got a bunch of new stickers that I also should
Oh,
send out.
awesome. Oh, look at that. I love the colors. Those look nice.
And I got.
wait, what? Where can one find some nice vintage retro t-shirts?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Ooh,
That's true.
8-bit tees and retro
8bittees.com. That's awesome.
Trina, that's correct. That's why you hang out with us, because you have no sense of taste. It's true. We are proof of that.
Yep.
That is true. That's true. One of us.
One of us. I see Retro Tech. He said he also has this game. He paid $20 for it. Now, was it $20 with the box or $20 just as loose discs?
Which game is that?
It's Dr. Doom's Revenge for the C64.
Oh wow. Okay. I got a big 20. I have no C64.
You need a C64. Everybody needs one. How can you see how terrible BASIC is on the Apple II without having a C64?
Is it good?
Well, I don't know. It's the same.
No.
Subjective.
$20 complete in box. I paid $12 for some loose discs. So
I'm biased. Back in the day, I only had Apple II.
Okay.
And I didn't want. I saw the games in other platforms, and I was not really Atari. I was envious of Atari games because there were a lot more, at least.
Yeah.
For me.
Do you remember that crazy dual disk drive we looked at that came from Tony Diaz stuff, where it had all the wires coming out of the back? It was like the conservator drive. Like the power, it had power strip on the back and a disc selector, like 2 discs with a knob.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys see that listing? Somebody paid $89 plus $23.21 shipping for it. That's what it ended up going for.
Wow.
But Joe and I talked about it last night after his stream, and we were looking at it, trying to figure out exactly what it was, because it had 7 cables coming out of the back.
It's a conservator, but here, and that's cable monitor selector. What they did.
Yeah, he added a 4-position monitor selector.
But put it in the drive.
Yes, in the drive that didn't work. Yeah. The left drive works, and it had 2 cables. It had the DB19,
Crazy, isn't it?
And it had the ribbon cable, so you could choose one or the other. I was like, that's actually clever. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Hide your KVM and stuff in your stuff.
That's neat.
Yeah. It looks like
obscure KVM.
That was
Yeah,
very
exactly.
cool.
But
So before
I wasn't
Javier
sure what to go for.
interrupted us,
Yeah.
being we were talking about some of the stuff we got this week in the mail. So I
Oh
was
yeah.
showing
Well,
off
let's
this
see. Let's see.
game.
It's all right.
And I went to the auction this week, and I was hoping Joe would be here because he'd appreciate this. I bought myself a butt test.
So you can get on top of a
telephone pole,
Telephone pole.
Yeah.
and make phone calls from there. Yeah.
Yeah. So occasionally in my IT world, I still need to do some telephony work. So it's nice to have a set, and it's a Fluke brand, and I paid $40 for it, and it was new in box. So
Wow.
Yeah, that's actually a really good deal.
yeah, I'm happy with that deal. And what else did I get in the mail today, or what I bought? I bought that, and then I got a box full of like some old retro stuff. I got a USB CD-ROM drive.
Awesome.
Javier, you might appreciate these. Do you remember these? The covers
The
for your
old
keyboard.
dust covers.
Oh.
The old dust cover for the keyboard.
I
And I got
have a
one.
lot of covers for keyboards and Apple
This-
IIc mostly.
Javier Garth says thank you for the beautiful candle.
Oh, look.
Oh yes.
I thought that was hilarious. I saw the pictures.
So did you make that, Javier, or did you have it made?
No, I didn't. I mean, the graphic, somebody posted it, so I'm not
Okay.
gonna, say that I did it. It's not my idea. The only thing I did is I retook it and I just really photoshopped it the hell out of it. I
Yeah.
put a
That is
soldering
funny though.
gun in his hand.
Hilarious.
You don't see it very well, but there's a soldering gun there,
Hilarious.
That's awesome.
and there's a mouse here, and there's his toucan, or
Squawkers.
whatever it is. And I just printed in color and tape it to a candle. And
That is
people are
hilarious.
asking me, I wanted, and I would love to send them out, man, but it's so expensive to send these things on the mail
Oh,
Yeah.
I bet.
because they're heavy,
Yeah.
and you got to put a lot of padding, and it's like $20 to send it to somebody. I was like, yeah, no,
Mhm.
I'll send it to you. Give me your address, and then $20. Like, oh my god,
Yeah, it's crazy.
So the graphic is up there in Discord, and they can just print it out and paste it themselves. It's going to be cheaper than send it out.
Postage goes up July 6th. The postage rate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 66 cents is the new postage rate.
Oh my
It's
god,
been
July-
$1 here
effective
for
July
3
6th.
years.
Yeah.
that sucks.
Actually, I think it might be. It might be going up to $1.15.
Yeah. Hey, it was fun, I was looking at that, and Guard with the long hair, it came out perfect.
Jesus, Garth.
I just think that's funny.
This is Guard, yeah.
Cool. So was that the big announcement? That was the knob?
For this,
Yeah. No, you're
Yeah.
the
Oh no! What was your big
Oh.
announcement you wanted to make?
me?
yeah. You said you have a big
Yeah.
announcement. I assumed it was the knob. Is it the knob?
No, yeah, it's this. The it was not an announcement. I just wanted to clean these and make it work online.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sorry, I thought that
Nice,
was.
awesome. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I
Totally.
misguided you. I just wanted to.
I thought there was gonna be some. I thought you like.
No. That's
I
hilarious.
wish. Well, the big announcement is less than
Oh,
a month
where's the
for Kansas
Kickstarter at?
Fest.
Yes, less than a month
Yeah,
of
that's
Kansas Fest.
awesome.
That's true. How many people do we know are at Midwest, or not Midwest, Southwest?
Richard Tech Chris is there.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think
No, Action Retro is
And
there.
Macintosh Librarian are there.
Macintosh
Yeah.
Librarian. Yes,
Um,
I saw her post.
The two cool ladies, what their name?
Oh,
Taylor and Amy.
Taylor and
Taylor
Amy.
Amy,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who else? Yeah, that's as much as I know. It's
Cool.
metal, but I'm bending it with my hands.
Hmm.
So it may be
Interesting. Action
weird,
Retro
but
is
at
there.
the same
Trina
time-
says. Ron is at Southwest.
Is Ron? Oh, good. I don't think he is. Is he?
I don't know.
I hope he is.
might.
but
He might be. I
hope
wouldn't be
so.
surprised.
Yeah.
He's holding on to some computers for me. So I bought 6 computers from. Who did I buy them from? Jeremy. And he lives a couple hours from Ron, so he took him to Ron's for me, and Ron's hanging on to him for me. I bought 2 SEs, 2 classics, and 2 classic 2s.
Damn.
Nice.
I don't need any of them. I just got them for in case somebody else needed them or needed parts, you know. But I already have them, and I actually have duplicates of them already here. But I figured, you know, I'd rather get them in case somebody needs them or needs the parts. Which I did see that Eric posted that he needed a classic 2 board, and I think Trina needs a board for classic.
And by the
think so,
way,
yeah.
I am talking about that. I'm gonna do again the same thing. Sorry, let me present. Now that you're talking about that, I am creating. I
Javier's knob, everybody. I'm just kidding.
Sorry, you see my screen?
Yeah.
Adrian from Adrian's whatever computers.
Digital basement.
Digital basement.
Yep. Thank you. My brain is not very good.
Ooh,
He asked
I
for like
that.
a case, and this I just did this case last night for him. Well, hopefully.
Oh, that's
This is
awesome.
for an SE, I think, motherboard.
Yeah,
So I measure it.
minus the monitor.
Yeah, minus the monitor. So yeah, he was talking about that. I was like, "What do you need exactly?" And he hasn't told me directly, but Ron told me that he wanted something like this. So I started doing it last night. So it's basically like an LC case, just very small, and has the holes in the back. I'm gonna make the poles to stand, and I'm gonna test it with one of my SEs. But I wanna ask him if that's exactly what he wants or what
So, question: how do you get the video?
So they've made external video that you can add to them. You just so you can clip onto the signals themselves that go to the analog board. So you're just taking the analog board out of it, and you're just taking those signals and putting them into something else. He did a video on it where adding HDMI to one.
Right.
So
right.
essentially, I'm assuming that that's what he wants to do. I'm trying to think width-wise because I've already packed up most of those things. I would say it's about 10 inches wide, the board. So something like 10 by 10.
Yeah, because I'm doing this, blinded.
But that's actually really cool.
I just did it last night, but I don't have any direction, so I don't know what to do. And
that's really awesome.
Did it like that
because that would be great for several of the older machines, because you can essentially pull the video signals out and use HDMI.
What's it called?
Or VGA.
Did the same thing with the Amigas. The guy over in the UK, you can buy the Amiga cases that are, to take a one that's built into a wedge and turns it into a desktop.
Yep. Yeah, that's absolutely. I've seen people take the Amiga 1200s and make a tower.
Yeah.
They'll pull the motherboard out and make a tower case.
And actually, the case you can buy for that then allows you to take the keyboard and put it into an enclosure.
Yep.
So you end up with instead of having a wedge.
But that's actually a really awesome idea, though. By just taking the motherboard out, getting a different power supply, because 12 and 5.
Next step, Javier.
That's awesome.
More minimal, LCD screen, keyboard on top, SE laptop.
Sure.
I mean, you could. I don't know what the power consumption of the board itself is, but
it doesn't matter. It'll be always plugged in. Like, that's fine. Or we'll use some sort of lithium ion.
I'm missing the power supply a power supply that I'm thinking he's going to use a mini.
I would use a power brick. Yeah. I would just do a power brick with a DIN plug on the back. You can just plug it in like a laptop,
The video out.
Yeah.
Maybe over here. I don't know.
Assuming will be HDMI.
Sure, exactly. Whatever they want, I just want to know what they wanted. So
that's fantastic.
A hole over here for an LED for power.
Yep.
I put my Apple because I love it. And this is for a card, for an SD card, so you can put it in.
Oh, that's awesome. Blue SCSI.
Yeah, exactly. Blue SCSI. So
sweet.
Nice.
But I don't know yet.
See, that would be an awesome project for somebody to do. Because there's a lot of people who have boards, but the computer itself is crap. The monitor's gone. Yeah.
Maybe you can put that over here or something like that. So that's
because it would be easy. sorry, it would be easy to adapt that for other ones.
Sure.
The SE30. I mean, you can do the Classic 2, any of those older ones, 128, 512K, whatever. Those would be very easy to adapt to make all of them work. I mean, the back plates are different, but
Yeah.
that's
You
it.
changed. Actually, there you go. You can make one case and have an interchangeable I/O plate.
Sure.
Back plates,
Yeah.
yep.
Right.
That would be even easier. Yeah, that's
And then you can just
awesome.
print much like
You can sell, you sell the cases.
yeah, or just
That'd be awesome.
download and print the file that
Print
you
away,
need.
download it, print it on. Yeah.
Yep.
I have
That's
no
pretty
kind of like
awesome.
how Tech Amber has different things for her test benches.
Oh, test
Same
benches,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could have
That's
She's doing cool
fantastic.
things. Yeah.
right, but you could do the same thing with this. You could have you don't have to print everything for the test bench. You don't have to print every backboard for this thing you're making. Just the one you need.
Javier, what was it I went on and supported? What was that thing? Kickstarter.
Oh,
I wanted to see
how
where you're
is
at
your
with the
Kickstarter going?
Kickstarter. Yeah,
I think it hasn't moved since yesterday. It was 40 something. I have it in my other computer. I don't have it in this one.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Hang on, I'm looking it up.
Oh, thanks.
Here we go. So, so far pledged is $4,225 out of $6,500 goal.
Right.
29 backers. And we've got 47 days to go.
I think it's gonna go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And like I said, I went on MacFX, which it actually shipped already. I got a shipment notification. I went on and bought the 2 cases yesterday for the 2 drive covers that I did on the Kickstarter.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited.
Waiting for some. Mark, he's excited.
Yeah, no. Well, that's
so
what I said.
is he going to sell them
don't
for
just
you,
go and buy some.
Javier?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Okay.
mean,
because if they bought them and paired them with their own cases, like that would be great. Sell them as
No-brainer.
a complete thing. Yeah.
The fun thing is then,
solution.
Javier, you're going to have to come up with RGB lighting systems for the inside of the drives now.
The drives,
I got
yeah.
more ideas than that, man. I
Yeah.
got several things. LEDs.
That's
you know,
awesome.
like this one.
Mm.
I want to show stuff.
Now,
about the
Javier, is that
drive.
for the emu?
Yeah,
that for
this
the
is a
floppy
floppy
emu?
emu. You've seen this?
Yes. No. I've seen
Hold
you
on.
briefly hold it up, but I wasn't sure what it was for.
Right? Yeah. Hold on.
But I like that.
So
That's really neat.
here it goes.
Oh, yep. There you go. Now, did you change out the LCD? That looks huge.
Yeah, it's this is not my idea. This is somebody at Apple Frieder. They did a version with a big drive, and they used this LED. And,
that's awesome.
I just did the same. I just put it in, and I put this big LED, and I made some holes for the buttons, and I'm gonna just
that is cool.
put the buttons directly over there. And the drive also, I got a cable that to put the SD card, so you can.
So you're just using you're just using the emu board,
right?
Board.
It's the
and then
same
did your own
emu board.
screen. That's
And
awesome.
this is just the case with the LED.
Yep, I love it. That's
And
great.
the back has like a round, because I'm gonna put a round cable.
Yep.
And
so next step is you got to figure out a way to put an Ethernet port in the back of it, so that you can you can just using a network share copy floppy image files directly to it.
Or like wireless.
Or wireless.
Build in the extra port for like the Apple III and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Board. Yeah.
I need to do that
because then I could put this inside.
The clicky, the clicky noise thing.
Click simulator, yes.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Oh, Joe has arrived. Hello, Joe.
Oh, there you go. Speaking of the devil,
program a FujiNet into it. There you
he
go.
meant hardwire, I think, is the term. What he was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Javier, Trina wants to tell you that she hasn't heard from John yet, whatever that means.
Oh yeah, John. She's gonna be invited to the Retro Maccast.
Ah, okay.
And John asked me to.
Oh yeah, they asked for fill-ins. Yes.
Apparently, Joe is boxing something up for Javier right now.
Oh, you better.
What's in the box?
He's boxing this.
What's in the box?
Oh, awesome.
He printed it.
Oh,
but
nice.
yeah, I could use another one just in case.
Just send the file
I was
to
gonna say,
Frank.
just send it. Yep.
Yeah, I'll send it.
I got next one as well. Because I'd like to have one. I think that's awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know how you guys are able to do those like mock-ups with the 3D stuff so fast. Especially doing that other case like last night.
I'm
That's
I'm
crazy.
I'm a visual guy, and Tinkercad is very
Yeah.
easy for me. And it gets on my brain. But
Yeah.
there's other
That's awesome,
programs that are so complicated because they're very technical, and
Yeah,
I
SolidWorks.
cannot
Oh,
do
God,
anything
yeah.
with them. I mean, I wish I could, but yeah, I cannot. But yeah, like Joe said, I'm a designer, so I see everything visually, and I can kind of envision it in my head, and Tinkercad actually allows me to do what I think.
Nice.
Joe, I sent you a link.
Yeah.
Yeah, this evening, we usually talk about a few topics. So, I thought I'd open up the evening by showing off some of the stuff I've got. So that's done.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Frank, you've showed off what you've got.
Yep.
Today also happens to be somewhat of a serendipitous day. It also
Mhm.
happens to be Alan Turning's 111th birthday.
Ooh.
So anybody who is not familiar with the father of modern computers, he was one of the most instrumental people and one of the greatest minds of the 20th century. Without him, we would probably be all speaking German at this point.
Yeah.
And a lot of us would probably also be dead, so or would be non-existent. So it's quite important that he Joe. It's quite important that that we remember and honor him every year. Oh, there you go.
That looks great.
I love
Joe even made buttons, or did Javier
you
make
guys. You
buttons?
see
No,
the
that's-
difference between his printer and mine?
Oh,
Yeah.
Look at my printer.
Mine still didn't do too good of a job for some reason. I need to calibrate it. I left the sprues in there, the supports in there, so you can remove those yourself because I didn't want to risk marring it up and screwing it up. But
Yours delaminated, didn't it, heavier?
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, mine delaminated big
this came
time.
out perfect.
Yeah,
That's
that came
great.
out nice.
Now, what
really
filament
cool.
are you using? Is that the expensive one from?
No, this is the cheap one, but nice one. Yeah, nice.
There's something in there
What
extra.
was a
for you.
present taped inside?
They're goodies. Goodies.
As
Is there anything else you want me to throw in the box?
Yeah, that printer, please.
The printer.
careful, you're gonna end up with like a laser writer.
Yeah, as you can see, I had 4 buttons like this. I changed the layout, so he has the latest one. Yeah, there you go. Just put it in there, man, and send it to me.
That's the new one you were just talking about, the resin.
Yep,
That's
that's
cool
the
as hell,
resin
man.
printer.
That's what Will has, isn't it? He has a resin printer.
Yeah, Jose Luis from Spain, he has one also, and he's printed a bunch of things, and it looks beautiful, man.
Yeah.
I read a lot of
I need
reviews,
to-
and everybody was basically saying Elegoo is number one. And then I asked a whole
Fine.
bunch
There's
all
goo
over
in
the
the
place,
name,
and
so-
one person got back to me, and they're like, "We
You
use
talked
the
me into
Elegoo."
it.
I'm like, "Well, if a human being actually says, and a whole bunch of websites say it, that's the one I'm getting."
It has to be true.
Yeah.
You talked me into it.
It's yeah. Here's the funny thing. So I ordered a package deal. I ordered the Elegoo printer. It's an 8K printer with a fairly large volume, so I can do lots of stuff. Secondly, resin printers are faster because it's like layer,
It goes like this.
layer,
Mm-hmm.
layer, because it can do an entire layer at once. It doesn't have to move anything because it uses lights. Anyway,
It has freaking
So-
lasers.
lasers. So I ordered the printer,
Yep.
a wash and cure station.
Yep.
So that it's easy to wash all the stuff off and just cure it in the machine, and it does it automatically. And then, of course, resin. The printer and the wash station arrived today. The resin is
Back ordered.
the resin is this.
Where's the wash thingy?
Like
Sorry, we're
Here's
still
a tracking
fulfilling the
number.
order.
USPS is like, this hasn't entered our system yet.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Elegoo
Is it the
says they shipped
Mercury-
to DHL.
X
There's your problem.
bundle?
DHL's terrible.
Yeah, it's the Mercury kit, the Mercury wash
Okay.
station.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I see the standard space gray resin.
Yep. So basically, you take the entire bed out of the Saturn, you put it in the Mercury, and it will just sit there and spin it and cure it.
And it prints out of like it's a
Okay.
blue resin and it comes out of it,
Yeah,
right?
it prints upside down.
Hmm.
Oh,
So it's
that's
got
cool.
little lights, and it goes, pink, it flashes lights, and it cures it to itself. And,
The
and it
clear
gets
stuff
super,
I've
super
seen
fine,
printed.
tiny details.
The clear
So-
stuff I've seen printed with resin has been phenomenal, like
Yeah.
clear buttons and
And the cool thing is that you can put a lot of things together. So they put them all like that, isn't it? So you can print once a lot
Right.
of things.
I'll wait till
Yeah.
you try it and then I'll buy it.
what's the cost of materials compared
That
to
my entire order was just under $550 shipped
for the
That's
printer and
not
everything?
bad.
for the
Yep.
printer, for everything. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah, because I was
now,
just on
remember,
there. The
not
first
bad.
like $300.
you do need to buy isopropyl alcohol for the cleaning process.
Right.
But I got 5 jugs of it down there that
I was
size.
gonna
so I'm
say
not-
I buy it in jugs. Yeah.
I just make my own.
I
Really?
wear my own
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
I believe it, man.
alcohol.
Yeah, my garage is blown up twice, but hey, it's cheaper than buying it.
Central Air.
You're kind of so far out there that you can blow up your garage and nobody really cares.
Nobody will realize.
Well, they'll
It's
go.
like-
It's
Oh,
Where
this
I-
sounds
where I
like
live-
thunder today, yeah?
no, where I am. It's like, oh, that's either a still or a still that blew up.
That's hilarious. Oh, you know what I really need?
You're actually close to that thing that happened in the ocean, isn't it?
Yeah, it left my harbor.
Yeah.
That's where it's stationed in my harbor.
Damn.
Hence why my name is Ocean Portal instead of Ocean Gate. So I think we should take a minute to drink to the memory of the Logitech joystick that was lost.
My original theory before the implosion thing was that the controller ran out of batteries.
Yeah.
And they just went.
I got a bunch of memes, but they're very, very
Inappropriate, yeah. I've also
Inappropriate,
seen
but
them as well.
they're funny.
So,
if
like,
you-
I'm torn at, I'm sad that people died. Like, that sucks.
oh no, yeah, big time.
But, it's like Edmund Hillary going up Mount Everest. He knew he was going up there, and he might not come back. He happened to come back, but he knew he wasn't going to come back. I think if people are willing to do these sort of extreme endeavors, they kind of got to accept their fate, and if they come back, they come
Yeah.
back. If they don't, we shouldn't be spending $25 million to try to find them. They don't
Exactly,
take anybody
and-
off Everest.
They
I
died doing
think-
what they wanted and what they loved.
I think
Yeah.
the waiver they all signed said death 7 times.
Yeah.
In the
However,
waiver.
However, the waiver is only valid if negligence,
Oh, sure,
prove.
sure.
right? And
I
at
think
the
that
stuff
it's
that's
a
coming
pretty
out now, it
safe bet.
seems like there's a
Yeah.
little bit of negligence that might be.
A little bit.
Yeah. So, honestly, I think what'll happen is the billionaire and millionaire families will sue them, and probably the businesses they own, because especially the fellow from Pakistan, he seemed to be still fairly active in the business, and I feel like they might have grounds for like loss of leadership to go
Yeah.
after them for.
See,
right?
when I was a CIO for a company, all of us executive directors, we all
A
had
second, I thought
life
he was going to say when I was in the
insurance
CIA.
No, he was in the
CIA,
CID.
Chief Information Officer.
See, he was in
they
he was in the
had-
CID, but he was actually in the
Yes.
CIA. But he had to tell people he was in the CIO, so they'd be confused.
That's right.
And
But-
Trina's the only one who's going to get that reference because it's a MASH reference.
They had life insurance policies on everybody.
Yep.
All the directors had life.
For
We had life
business
insurance
continuity.
policies. The company did. Yeah.
Wow.
And so, if the companies had that, then the insurance providers will go after the submersible people.
Yeah.
So I would guarantee you the billionaire absolutely 100% had in place.
No,
So-
it's a sad thing at
It is.
the end.
And like Eric said, the one I
Yes,
feel the most
we're
bad
not
for is
here.
the 19-year-old. I mean, all of them had, they were all over 50, or they were all
Yeah,
late,
the-
late 40s.
And I heard
Um,
that the poor kid didn't want to go,
He didn't. Yeah, his father really wanted him to go.
and the father is the one who kind of forced him to go.
And now there's an
That
American
sucks.
business person who was supposed to go, who they cut the price in half to try to convince him to go, and he still said no. And he was actually going to be on that trip. So it's like,
Well, he
Wow.
took a pre-tour to see the damn thing.
Yeah.
And realized how bad of an idea it was. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's one of the things that I was talking to the people, to some friends. I think the worst thing is that this was the cheapest way to go down there.
Yeah.
And basically,
Oh, sure.
these people went
Yeah.
for the cheapest piece because Cameron, I think his rig was like $200 million cost or something like that
to build. Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm telling people,
Yep.
if to go to the ISS, I think it's 10 million, isn't it, or 20 million to go up there?
Something like that.
It's,
Yeah.
Don't get rich.
It's awful expensive.
You don't get rich by always choosing the most expensive option. We'll just put it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
There
Rich
you
people
go.
in government procurement.
Yeah. And then
Unless you're
they just went with the cheapest.
But the other point is, like, even James Cameron came out, and it seems as though that their group of underwater people had even voiced their concerns to some regulatory bodies and to some, even shareholders from the company to say, hey, you probably should not invest in this. This seems like a bad idea.
My thing is too is if you spend all this money developing something like this, you would think you would send it unmanned to these depths
Well,
But
first.
see,
just
they
to
did.
test,
It
to see what happens.
It went
20
three
plus
times down there.
Yeah, it went 20 plus runs in total. Right?
Yeah, but that's
So-
even worse. So that's just like aircraft. You have fatigue. The more you do up downs, the
That's
more
exactly
fatigue's
what
on the
it
craft.
has fatigue,
That's not a good idea.
and the material that it was made of, it was not supposed to be for diving,
Well,
for pressure.
So carbon fiber works perfect for aircraft because
Correct.
you're fighting against gravity.
Yep.
Carbon fiber in a submarine is the exact opposite.
Exactly.
You're fighting
that's why
against
they balanced it
pressure.
with titanium to
That's just silly though.
However, the only
Yeah.
saving grace is, according to the scientists, is that the actual implosion would have taken about a millisecond to happen.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
the human brain
Oh,
needs
yeah.
about
They
25
didn't suffer.
milliseconds.
They
No,
didn't
they
realize
they
it.
didn't.
Yeah.
Sure.
They didn't.
Yeah, it's a shame either way.
That's kind
It's
of like
just a
the
mess.
only silver lining, that they didn't feel it, they didn't suffer.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, that's like somebody, not to be offensive or anything, but somebody had asked, the other day, like, well, they said that they found wreckage parts, but they didn't see anybody, and I was like, You're
They
not.
don't see anybody.
Anybody who's ever
yeah,
watched the Mythbusters,
you're not.
the
Yeah.
Mythbusters built a newt suit and put it down at the level of the Titanic, and then put a hole in it. Not in the actual Titanic. They just pressurized the vessel to be the
Yeah.
equivalent to 14,000 feet
And-
down. They put a hole into it, and the ballistics jelly skeleton they had inside of it all went into the helmet.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's
And it's
that
gross,
amount
but-
of pressure is crazy.
Exactly. They're just fish food right now.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah, that's
They're
just
goo.
absolutely
Oh,
crazy
Actually-
amount of
yeah.
pressure.
And, not to get more morbid, but they also said that the pressure is equivalent to what you would find in a large commercial diesel engine. So
Yep.
likely there was an explosion. So when it actually compresses, it actually,
Oh really?
Well,
it actually
they had,
produces
so
through
the government
heat.
recently admitted.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The government recently admitted to listening stations, essentially, in
Basically.
Antarctica and
Yeah.
other areas, and they said that around the time that this supposedly happened, they did
Here.
hear
They
a
heard
loud
that,
noise that would have
Listen.
been the implosion. Yeah,
Yeah.
We
They
can
knew,
talk
but they
about
just had to go through the-
conspiracies or anything, but the
Exactly,
government
yes,
have things for purposes.
yes, yes.
And
The only
we are not
really
the ones
sad
to
thing.
judge that.
The only really sad thing is we, and it's the world we live in, but
It is.
5 billionaires disappeared or 5 millionaires disappeared, and we sent probably $25 million worth of recovery for them. A boat literally a week before full of refugees
Oh, yeah.
sank, and
Yeah.
nothing was done.
You heard nothing.
Right?
Yeah,
Right? Like it's like, oh no,
Yep.
well they sank. Well, that's too bad.
yeah.
It's a box
Exactly.
for Javier.
And like Retro Techie said, the moral of the story is we don't use Logitech controllers.
Yeah. Yeah, it just the whole thing too is
I mean, it seems a bit rinky-dink. You think if you were spending that
Yeah.
kind of money, they'd have at least an Xbox controller or something
Well,
cool.
not only that, but what's interesting to me is
Apple
like
II
in
controller?
the inside of in the inside of the sub, they had one button which was to power everything up. They had a couple computer monitors and the controller. There was no manual valves for anything.
No.
Or
And
to
you
do
should
anything
have
at all.
secondary manual stuff.
Yeah.
But
like,
the other side too is
everybody
it
has
technically wasn't a
multiple
submarine
systems. Yeah.
because it wasn't.
And you
It,
should
No,
have-
it
it
wasn't.
didn't have any propulsion, or it had
Yeah.
very little propulsion.
No.
You
Yeah.
also should have what do you call it? Chemical lights.
Yes. glow
Oh,
stick.
sure, chem
So
lights.
if everything
yeah,
goes
everything.
down, you can
Yeah.
light with chemical stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I can't remember what depth it was that the light doesn't penetrate past a certain point. They were well past that.
3,000 feet.
But yeah, it's
100
just
Or
pitch
meters.
black.
2,000 feet or something. Yeah.
You're
Yeah, that's
already
pitch
dark.
black. Yeah.
Not light, but dark. So imagine.
Anyway,
Yeah.
on that morbid note,
Yeah.
back to the more important thing about today is the fact that it's Alan Turning's
Yep.
birthday.
That's
So,
all.
yeah, exactly. We,
Mr.
for anybody who doesn't
Turing,
know about him,
we salute you.
he invented the modern computer, I guess, or he was
Yep.
one of the folks that helped invent the modern computer. They used it. What was it called? The Cyclops
No,
to break.
He was heavily involved in the bomb, BOMBE, Bomba, whatever you want to call it, that broke Enigma.
Enigma, yeah, but the computer
the
itself,
Enigma, yeah.
was it?
It was the
Cyclops?
not Cyclops, but you're very, very close.
Yeah.
Colossus.
It was
Colossus.
Colossus.
There you
that's it,
go,
yeah, yeah.
Colossus. Yeah,
I know it's
Cool.
Greek mythology. There's something.
Yeah.
the dog from Van Wilder. Yes,
Right.
Yeah,
Colossus.
yes.
Cerberus? Oh wait, no.
Cerberus.
Colossus.
But yeah, so for anybody who I'm sure everybody knows about him, but for anybody who doesn't, really interesting character. There's a great movie where Benedict Cumberbatch plays him. It's a little bit Hollywood upped, but what bio?
It's still a
documentary.
really good movie.
It's still really good. Yeah. But unfortunately, he was a closeted homosexual and was unfortunately,
Mhm.
because it was illegal in Britain at the time, he was chemically castrated, and they say
Oh,
that led to his ultimate suicide in the 50s. So,
Bad people are bad, and they
Yes.
need to stop being bad,
That's true.
or Joe's
Exactly.
going to come from them and remove from them their ability to continue being bad. Read into that statement however you like.
I just imagine Joe
I
is like a
promise
chest
I'm
burster.
not a psychopath. I promise. I promise.
His mother had him tested.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo. No,
Now, his mother actually still lives upstairs in a wheelchair, but it's actually him dressed as his mother.
dude.
A little bit of Psycho on the go.
Too funny.
But yeah, Trina, that end of the movie always does. It always makes me emotional. It's a good movie.
Retro Techie said he heard it relied on an Apple III for navigation.
Yeah,
And
So
Trina
that's
says,
all the
that makes
reason.
sense. They were banging it
Try-
off the bottom of the ocean to try to reseat
they
the
kept,
ship.
Yeah.
it kept glitching, and so they kept dropping it on the ocean
Yeah.
to get it to reboot, and eventually
Yeah.
just caused enough damage that it imploded.
Well, it slipped off the
Trina-
desk, and because it's so heavy, it punched a hole in the.
yeah.
The hole in the hole. Yeah.
Trina says even the TOS Enterprise had backups. Backup system. Yes. That is also true.
It's showing as a quadruple failure. That can't happen.
My favorite thing about the original series is like the wooden blocks they use as like input devices, or like
Oh,
tape.
yes, yes.
They're like, oh, put the disc in, and it's clearly just like a wooden block that's painted red.
Well, that's the same thing as Stargate Atlantis, where they had the plexiglass chips
Yes, yeah.
for everything.
Most recent episode of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, season 2, episode 2. They had one of those.
No way.
They had a little yellow square, and it was subtle. It had little writings and circuitry on it, but it was a plain yellow square. Ah! Sorry, I had. Anyway, back to what I'm doing.
Javier, are you beating on that with a hammer?
I'm hammering. I'm muting myself because I'm hammering it.
Could you get a smaller hammer?
Yeah. Look at my hammer. But it's good for this. You
That's
know,
hilarious.
I'm trying to hit it to make it straight.
Just heat it up and bend it.
It's metal.
Yeah, heat it up and bend it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, it's already straight, but it has like a little bit of.
Now, we told you that's natural. Sometimes they're not all straight, Javier. Sometimes they got a bit of a curve to them.
It's almost there. It's just like whoop, boop. So,
Joe, is that whole box for Javier?
yep.
What?
Is
Yeah,
that
that's
whole
mine.
box for Javier?
No, this is the Apple One that's going back to the guy who sent me his Apple One.
Oh, okay,
Oh, cool.
I'll tell you about it here in a second when I get back over.
gotcha.
We prefer you yell.
I see he still hasn't replaced that valve. That's going to bother me.
Which
Yeah.
valve?
So other than that, I don't really have anything else to talk about this evening. Just wanna talk a little
Why
bit-
is one valve on the top and one on
See,
the front?
it bothers me too, and I think one's been replaced and one's original.
Yeah, I would say the one on the left's definitely been replaced.
Yeah.
Yes, the one on the left was replaced because when we moved in, it looked like it was made of rust and was somehow holding back 45 pounds of water pressure. I don't know
I believe
how.
it.
This is a thing. So I had the plumber come in and fix it.
Yeah.
And he
And
told
just-
me it was fine. You didn't have to have me do that.
Just to bother my OCD, you didn't fix the other one. Gotcha.
Correct. Because the other one's perfect.
He was
Well,
just
it's
hoping the other one would mess up and you'd have to pay a whole nother service fee instead of the extra $10.
Plumbers be plumbing.
Indeed. Hey, everybody's got to work. You know. What are you
Quick
gonna
question for everybody, just because we're all here and talking about water and floods. Do any of you insure your collections?
No.
That would require me to have an inventory.
So, yeah, that was my problem too, because like you literally have to list everything when it comes to. You can add extra categories. So I
Yeah.
have an extra category for IT equipment, but you have to specifically list out every piece.
Right.
Yeah, which is a pain in the butt.
Because it might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Think about it. If you had to restart in this hobby tomorrow,
if something happens to my stuff at work,
why are there balloons?
I don't know what happened.
Why are you locked up and there are balloons?
I don't know where did the balloons come from? I don't even know where they're from. Now it's
Is there something we don't know?
confetti. I don't know. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch anything. I'm frozen. I didn't touch anything. Is that OBS? What the hell?
You being
That
hacked.
was not me. That was not
Trina's
me.
hacking you.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You're being
Yeah,
hacked.
I didn't do that.
It's got to be some sort of automatic background thing because it's showing up behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in front of him too. Look.
Well, in front, but
Wait,
also
what-
in behind.
what
So
the
there's some
hell?
sort of active
Is it something
processing
built
going on.
into
Some sort of filter, some sort of like
Into,
background.
like,
Hang on. Let me.
it's not
No,
OBS.
because when I
it's-
switch back, it's
Yeah, you
still
touched
back.
something, man.
I
No,
think- I
it's
think
got to be OBS.
Oh yeah, because it's not StreamYard. Yeah.
It's not on here. It's my main camera on OBS. Like I
There you go.
don't know how the hell that
Wait,
happened.
you
I didn't
got
touch
one of those
anything.
Chinese anchor cameras, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Okay then.
So yeah, I
They're
didn't
like,
send enough money.
We're
to
gonna send
CCP
random
this
commands
month.
to your camera.
Winnie the Pooh is
I did-
watching you.
I gotta send more money to the CCP. Hang on a second, guys. I don't know what I did. I just did air quotes. Apparently, it doesn't like air quotes. Hang on, I'm trying it
Yeah.
again.
See, David
There we
Starbuck
go.
says if it's in your home insurance should cover it. But I don't think they do. I think they want some sort of
Yeah,
like,
only up to a
proof.
certain amount.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Speaking of David
it also
Starbuck,
depends on your insurance
Thank you, David
carrier.
Starbuck, for becoming a patron of mine today. I appreciate that.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I got a patron today too.
Oh,
Woohoo!
did you?
Yeah.
Who was that? Poor soul.
I'm not remember the name. I gotta go and look at it. But
Way to go. Don't even
oh, and by the
remember.
way, Joe reminds us of who do we need to help money wise?
GoFundMe.
Huh?
The GoFundMe thing?
Yeah, GoFundMe, please.
Kai Robinson.
Right.
The guy who did the SE Reloaded board and the Macintosh Classic Reloaded board and a whole bunch of other cool projects. Yeah, so layoffs and stuff in the IT industry in the UK where he is have been killer. And he's been basically living off overdrafts.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get out of that hole so he can get back ahead of it. So he created a GoFundMe for people to help him out. So if you want to help out,
How do
Kai
I do that?
Robinson,
the link is in Discord, but I'm sure Joe
Oh,
can
shoot.
flash it up there if he
Hang
wants
on.
to have a chat.
Which Discord?
The Macintosh friends.
Oh, we're at. Hang on.
I can't join any more Discords because it's like
Oh, you're not a friend, so you
private
won't do
chat.
that.
Boop. There you go. It's in the private chat.
all right.
Yeah.
Copy link
Where?
address.
Shoot, where is it? Yep.
I got it. I'm putting in the link.
Here
there.
we go.
There we go.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
So yes.
So
Hi,
Joe,
Robinson.
what are you
Help
working
me
on
out.
this evening?
What am I working on this evening?
You doing
Wait, I need to
I'm
send it in euros.
Cleaning
cleaning. What are you cleaning?
this. Everything from here back and from here up. Yeah.
Right.
No, right now I'm just
Oh,
just tidying
pickles.
up because it's a friggin' mess. I do while I have a soapbox to stand on, I do want to thank Cole Rise. Cole Rise is a wonderful person who shipped me his entire Apple One setup, the entire thing, machine, keyboard, handmade power supply,
Not an
beautifully
original.
made in a cigar box, I might add.
Not
Yeah.
an original.
What's that?
Not an original.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's a replica.
Okay.
A really good one, by the way.
Okay.
He bought it from Germany.
See Germans.
He sent me the entire thing so that I could test a weird glitch on the keyboard encoder that I sold him for his Apple One. And because he did that, I was able to find a fatal flaw in my design and correct it for every future one.
Awesome.
I have to mention that Cole Rise currently works at Microsoft, designing icons and things. He was the person who designed the Instagram icon
Really?
Oh, nice.
and all of
Wow.
Instagram's filters.
Cool.
Damn.
So, like I always say, I have no idea any day where this silly little hobby is going to take me.
Yep.
But I've had the opportunity to get gifts from Steve Wozniak and help the Instagram filter guy fix his Apple One and ship a blue SCSI to the longest running Apple employee ever.
That's awesome.
That's just cool. I
is
love
pretty
love this hobby. I love this community. I
Yeah.
love all of you. Thank you. I'm done with my soapbox.
That's true.
Well, am I? No, not really.
No, probably not. Joe, Trina says you're cleaning in your mind, I guess. Or
Yeah.
you're cleaning your mind.
It's gonna take a lot of bleach for that part. This back here just needs tidying up and some organization. This right here, like
It's okay.
trepanation, maybe a little bit of lobotomy will help. Just open it up and pour the bleach in, and yeah.
On that cheerful note, Javier, what are you working on? Have you gotten any farther with your joystick? Oh, it's straight.
Straight joystick.
Yeah, I know.
Is no. Oh, Joe, you didn't saw it, Joe.
No,
It was like
"Nah."
It was a banana. It was nearly a banana.
it's a banana.
Oh yeah.
It had these.
So Javier knows how to straighten his joystick.
Oh.
Got it. That's the
Joe.
joke tonight. Awesome.
Trina would have
Do
a
you-
field day with me, so it's a good thing she's not
Where
here
is
right
she?
now.
Why is she not on the stream?
She's got the Rona.
Yeah.
She's got the Roni.
No, I'm sorry, Trina. I really am sorry.
Actually, I sent it
Sorry.
to her in a bunch of the Macs that I sent her.
He's like,
Oh.
here you go.
So
Uh-oh.
straighten
Wagner
this
Group.
guy.
Wagner Group leader declares war on Russia over attack. Well,
Yes,
that's great.
I heard about that earlier tonight.
That's a
Basically,
mess.
Russia is that close to a coup d'état.
Oh
Civil
yes, they are.
Yeah. And I hate to say it and hate to get political, but sure, brass tacks, 100%. Here's the sitch. Wagner Group is way better trained than the Russian military.
Oh, yes.
100%.
So, yeah, bad things.
Well, Wagner
all I
Group
can
was
say is
getting a
I
little
hope
too
it
much
distracts them
publicity.
from futzing around with the Ukraine.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
Okay, politics off. Moving on.
Be interesting to enter a world though where organizations and companies can like we're entering like the next level where companies can declare war against countries.
Yeah, like in those movies that the companies
Yeah.
own the
Like
country.
Alien. Right? Like
Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
there's a British Vancouver, BC made TV show called Continuum, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
similar concept. Yeah. Good show, by the way.
Joe,
What?
do you have a 26-pin ribbon cable that I can use to go from this to my Apple III?
or can you make one?
I can.
Or can you fabricate such a
make
thing?
one.
Can you
I
fabricate
have
too?
Centronics.
He's
stuff,
definitely got a
but
big
I don't
wheel
have-
of rainbow cable under his desk.
I don't have the correct
Oh, there you go.
That's 50 pin. Oh,
end. Yeah, I have 50. I have 50 pin. I just
Oh,
don't have
whoa.
the right
That's 20.
ends.
What are you looking for? 22?
26.
34.
Oh,
Any 26. Is that a 26 pin off here?
The thing is, I can take some of the 34, some of the
Oh,
50, and
Yeah. But
Oh,
I
this is
don't
20.
I don't have the ends themselves. The 26 pin
that's
ends.
This is 20. Let me see.
Apparently, we're supposed to talk about how a stupid new Mario game is coming out to make Retro Techie happy.
That's 20. I don't know if I
I didn't even know there was a new Mario game coming out.
Ow, my Mario. What's it called?
Mario,
just saw
Nintendo's running out of money.
Super Mario Brothers.
I really
No.
thought the movie was really good though.
Yeah, it was good.
I
I was
saw the
pleasant.
movie.
I haven't seen it.
I was
Spoilers.
pleasantly
not that there's
surprised
gonna
it was
be any,
good. No, I'm not talking about the movie.
I didn't
other than
realize
thought
that
it
Mario
actually
was
good.
Bowser.
Yeah.
No spoilers for Joe.
La 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 la.
Hey, Adam.
Time stands still. I don't have any of the this 26 pin connectors.
Yeah, I don't either. That's the problem I ran into. I
Oh,
got a
no,
bunch
I
of
have
50.
to. I have to. I'm just now realizing that I have to because I need them.
You have a project that
Titan
uses
board
them?
set. Stand
Ah,
by.
yes. That would be important to have.
Stand still.
Indeed. Adam, how are you? Are you at the
Hey, Adam.
VCF Southwest today as well? Wasn't he in Texas?
Yeah, Adam is always in some part of the U.S.
Stand still. All of the people and the places that surround me now. Time stands still.
Ah. Ode to Soy.
Making
excuse me.
sensation a little bit stronger.
Adam
Oh,
says
he's
he's
still in
still in
Austin.
Austin.
Okay. Yep.
Experience slips away.
Where's Southwest?
I
Southwest
cannot make
is
you
in
one.
Dallas, isn't it?
Did you already ship the capacitors and stuff for that power supply?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
who else sells a?
Because if not, then
Apple
just
III
hang
power
on to them
supply?
and just throw that in with it.
Well, I can't make one. I don't.
You don't have that. Okay.
So the Titan kit has a 26 pin connector on one end and then a 24 pin connector on the other. Don't ask me why. That's the way they designed it. It's dumb. I'm just replicating how they did it. But I crimped all the 26 pin ends, so I would have to like take a couple.
Oh,
pin
yeah.
apart and
I
potentially
gotcha.
break the connector doing it. So I don't have
Amazon.
Where did you order them from, Joe?
DigiKey
Did you
on mass.
There you go.
That's where I always do
Joe,
them.
by the way,
No.
if
No.
you can, yeah,
Too much happening. No.
it
No
should
more
happen.
favors.
No favors. You should bring
Waivers.
some kits from your Titan and maybe other projects to Kansas.
I'm planning on bringing quite a bit.
Kits, yeah, because there's gonna be Solderfest, remember?
Yeah.
And people may buy some kits from you and put them together over there.
Oh, speaking of kits, I
They'll
got
be
something in the mail.
Sunday.
I have
Good.
7 days between now and the 30th to try to build as many.
Yep.
Yes, 8 bits all you need.
Oh yeah,
8 bits.
that's all you need.
They'll be here Sunday. The 26 pin connectors.
So processing. I have
So-
between now and the 30th to not only build as many Titans as I can that need built for shipping so that when July 1st comes in and I'm supposed to actually start shipping them, I can actually start shipping them out.
Mm-hmm.
I have all my other orders to get in during that time. And plus, those who saw me rant, I'll keep it very short. We got kicked out of our building and we're given 14 days to move out. I've been Mr. Move everything to the cloud now because that's the only way we're going to get anything done in time. So on top of all that, I've been wrist deep in server after I was like working till like 10:30 last night, just trying to.
God.
It's a freaking nightmare.
That sucks.
It is what it is.
So how does that work exactly? I'm assuming you guys were like month to month because I feel like if you had a lease, that'd be kind of hard to do.
We had a lease, and when the lease was up for renewal, they quadrupled it.
Ah, gotcha.
So our lease was not cheap to begin with.
They did it on purpose.
So they did do it on purpose, and I know why. I'm going to keep this as kind and apolitical as I possibly can.
Yeah.
They don't want the building anymore.
Gotcha.
And so their concept is either
Make it worth their while.
we either make it worth their while to keep the building,
Or
they make us go away without outright kicking us out to make it look like they're doing us a favor. But the problem is this company that owns the building that used to own our company, and the guy I used to work for, again, my rants, go look at my Twitter page. They've done that tactic like 100 times before, and I've been through all of those wars. So like them to do that to us, it's like you realize I can see through you like glass, right?
Yeah.
But I'm guessing it doesn't matter. They just it's purely
Yeah,
going
they
through
don't
the
care
motion.
about.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, we've been working from home for at least 2 years.
Right. So
Yeah.
We
honestly,
haven't had retail operations for 2 years because the retail side of our business is already starting to do this because everybody's home computer now is this.
right. And if they want to buy something, they're going to buy it online.
Yeah. So it's all our IT services business, which is doing really good. So it's like we don't need
Offices. No. And I'm not sure how your taxes work down in the States, but if like I work from home, I can write off a large portion of everything in my house as an employee.
I can do something similar. Yeah. On my personal taxes, at least for my private business, this room is considered part of that, and that
part of the office.
So will you use this same space for your office, or will you go upstairs or somewhere else to?
I use the same space for my work office, so in theory, I can do
double dipping. Giddy up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do that if it's for work for home.
A man gotta do what a man.
I'm not sure that you can get that exemption.
Yeah. And are you able to write off your car usage if you're going to clients' houses or clients' works and stuff? Or do you get an allowance?
No, you get reimbursement from your employer for mileage.
Right. So here, if you don't get reimbursement, you can get what's called a T2200, which allows you to write it off.
Now, they're like, oh, thank you, worker, for working for the man.
Ohio, so the state of Ohio will let you write off $5 per square foot up to 300 square foot for work from home.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Guy who knows things about business more than I do.
There are still.
You want to be my chief financial officer?
There are still other ways to. They call it creative accounting. There's still other ways that you can.
There are many ways to skin a cat.
What if the mileage is off by 8 cents?
I know, right? Well, hell, I don't even know what the average mileage is.
Funniest story for
crazy, man.
Oh, that asshole. Mr. H, if you're watching.
He's probably not.
Sorry about that. It's not my channel. But.
It's okay. It's all good. So I got some cool stuff in the mail this week as well. Frank sent me some of this.
Let's talk about.
Frank sent me some very hard to find here, at least.
The Amtech Flux that we all use. Ryan can't get it there.
I can get it, but it's legal.
It's not reach compliant. It hurts people.
Yeah. And
I don't know if I told you that.
You're not supposed to lick it. Yeah.
I'll make sure I.
You're not supposed to lick it.
I mean, it does make a tasty marinade for your chicken marsala, but you're not supposed to use it.
Oh yes, yeah. That's where the tiki comes from. Chicken tiki marsala.
So I'm going to be making a bunch of these at the sci-fi convention this coming weekend. Hey, look, you have white ones.
Yeah, you got
mine are purple.
Trina, I still want to see what's in your car now. My car is full of old Macs from that haul I did in March.
Yeah, I still got to get you to ship me some
because I don't have room for them here, and I was explicitly forbidden from bringing them home, lest the wrath of my better 7/8, come down upon me. But now they're just in my car because I don't have a place over there to put them.
You need to buy yourself a cube van.
A cube van?
Yes.
So it can park in my backyard and be more storage.
Exactly. No. But it's storage on wheels.
I'm not Steve. I don't do Steve.
So it's technically not. It's still movable. So the town council won't get on your case about it being a derelict. property. Anyway, and I got a bunch of these little battery holders. It was a good haul. So we have a science fiction convention this coming weekend, not this weekend, but the following one.
Nice.
And we're going to be doing. We have a retro tech display there, so I got a Tandy 1000 HX. I got to redo the power supply in it, and I have a bunch of these I'm going to put together, and I think we're going to console mod a few or composite mod a few NESs or something. I don't know. The kids bring me things to solder, and I solder them terribly, and then they get very happy. Everybody's okay.
I would love to buy a silo. An
silo?
empty silo from,
Like a grain silo?
yeah, like,
A nuclear
Yeah,
silo?
they're cool.
silo, so I could put all my stuff in there,
Little
man.
Titan missile silo? Oh, be
Yeah.
careful about the word Titan right now.
Yeah.
Imagine putting all
So-
the computers down there.
Yes.
Is that giving you any more traction with your sales, by the way?
Joe.
You should have your web store, your Titan boards keyworded
Yeah.
so that the SEO comes up with suggestions every time
Yeah.
someone types
I
it.
can't
No.
imagine. I can't imagine there's a lot
Just
of people
saying.
cross-referencing.
Although I did
between-
sell one today.
No. You don't even have to put the text in there. If you put the text into the website, like it is embedded as sub or Titan sub,
Yeah.
then yeah, you don't even have to have it displayed. Just
Yeah.
I'm sorry to
SEO,
say,
let SEO
I'm
do
sorry to
its
say,
thing.
but the search engines are smarter than that now.
Yeah,
Embed it in a photo.
It did take them
Put it
4
in there.
days to find it, though. Oh, you mean search engines? Sorry.
Yes,
Wrong type of
engines
search.
of search,
So,
not people of search.
Yeah, not engines used to search. So you know what's even more hilarious? The Polar Prince, which was the vehicle or the boat that towed the Ocean Quest or Ocean Gate out, is a Canadian boat, right? It's
Yeah.
registered in Canada. So the Transport Safety Board of Canada is now investigating the vessel, just because they're like, hey, you know what? There's a great opportunity to investigate that boat.
Mm-hmm.
ah,
They're
All
also
right, back to
screwed.
cleaning while you guys are doing things.
oy vey.
Yeah, it's unfortunate too because they're actually owned by the native, the northern native government. The boat is.
Oh yeah,
So it's unfortunate that they're going to be under.
Joe,
a
I picked
microscope
up that 2+ today.
Ooh!
I drove
Yes.
up there and picked it up today. So yeah, I've got it with the disk
Nice.
drives and the 2 controllers.
Let me guess. You plugged it in, you flipped the switch, and it went beep and
It
turned on
does.
perfectly fine.
and the drives went.
it does.
Of course
Yep,
it does.
yep,
Because the
see?
Apple II is nearly literally indestructible.
It's the cockroaches of computers.
Oh,
They are
help-
some of it literally, I get tears in my eyes and a warmth in my heart every time I hear an Apple II.
I
beep
call
and
mine
turn on,
Keith Richards.
because they always, even with bad RAM and half the chips removed, you turn it on, it'll beep and something
Apple
shows up on the
II.
screen.
He's the
Right here.
tardigrade
Apple II.
of
Apple
computer.
Apple
It is
II.
the tardigrade of home
Apple II
computers. yeah.
forever.
Yep. It works. And the power light on the keyboard actually is illuminated and everything.
The weakest point in the weakest point is the power supply, right? That's really the only thing that.
Oh
fails.
yeah. Yep.
Yep.
And I've not even opened it yet, actually, to look at the cards or anything.
So
Okay.
I promised one of my old 3D printers to Eric's Edge.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Sleepy
awesome.
Malibu wanted the other one. So the
Fight.
Ender 3s. So
Oh, do you have 2 of them, or you're gonna have 1 of them?
I have 2 of them.
Oh, okay. I thought there
I
was
had
some sort
one.
of like,
But right when
gladiatorial
Bruce
battle.
Cuzzy V2 was coming out, what?
I thought there was
I
gonna be some sort of like gladiatorial battle. I thought you only had one, and you were gonna make
Fight!
Sloop.
No,
Sloopy and
only one will
Eric
survive.
fight.
My Apple II's Edge connector is flimsy, and I suspect it's CUDA chip for. What are you talking about? My Color Classic 2. Okay, that's a different machine.
American
Yeah, one bit or
Microware.
no, my
Plus
Computer
16.
UK.
so
Hey, it's Friday.
the Ender 3 Pro is a great inexpensive printer. It's like
Yep.
$150 printer. It's
Yep.
cheap. You plug it in, as long as you get the auto leveler, works
Yep.
perfect. But I was
Good.
running the crap out of it, and it's not designed to have the crap run out of it all the time.
Right. It's
It's a hobbyist printer. It's
Yeah.
not a production printer.
It's
like
not
the
production
Bamboo is.
printer. Yeah.
So even though the Bamboo's a low end production printer. So anyway, right when Blue Scuzzy V2 was coming out, and I had to start printing loads of stuff, the printer died.
Oh.
So I got an Ender 3 S1 Pro thinking it was going to be awesome, but I could never get it calibrated right. And I didn't have time to mess with it. I didn't have time to mess with this stupid thing.
16.
So Adam, who has, well, at the time, in theory, had more time to futz with it, bought that for me. Adam, I'm sorry, it still doesn't work. And so then I just bought another Ender 3 Pro because I'm like, I know how this thing works. I have knowledge on how to operate it. I'm just going to get another printer. And then when I have time, I'll fix the other one. And then I'll just have two printers. Well, I got the second printer working, but then Bamboo came around. And I'm like, futz this stuff. You know, I can print 3 times faster with the Bamboo than with 2 of the Enders going at the same time. So that's what I did. Sorry, I keep commandeering the chat.
No, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good.
Old World Tech Fridays. What old world tech are you all working on? New things.
It's new things to
speaking
keep
of
old
Joe,
things alive. So it's right for it.
you want to remake this? The Z80
Uh,
card for the Apple II Plus?
So there's like a billion of those cards.
Oh, there are.
By a billion, I
what
mean
are the
there's like
blue
a
chip
billion clones of
holders?
it already.
What are
I'm
the blue
assuming
chip
this
holders?
actually is, being that it says Der Sing on the
Yeah.
on the thing.
Yeah.
Gershon.
Microsoft made the first one.
Yeah.
If it does not have the
Mhm.
Microsoft logo on it, it's a knockoff from the
I have a
time.
Microsoft one. I only bought the OG.
So that RAM card that's in there, I'm assuming is American Microware 2 Plus card is what
It's-
that one is with the little ribbon cable.
It's a
16K?
language card. It's called a language card. It
Yeah.
gives you
Okay.
the upper 16K of memory. Allows you to bank out the ROM
Okay.
and bank in a memory bank so that you can load your own language in that space.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what's in the first slot, then that printer card, the Epson printer card. And then I've got the Z80 card, and then I've got the dual disc card.
Yep.
So that's what's in
All
this
standard.
Plus.
It's all standard stuff. That's a really nice, well set up Plus. Make sure you
Now
take the
it has
power
that
supply out and
super
take the
mod.
refs out of it.
Yeah, it's got that Super R mod too for the TV conversion.
Yeah, because the
that
Apple
as
IIs
well.
are composite only. That's
Yep.
allows you to hook it straight up to a TV without the
It's like an RF.
It doesn't
mod.
have composite. Yeah, it allows you to plug it in and like have it on channel
Cool.
2 or 3 or whatever.
Adam says the slot 0 language cards were cloned by dozens of companies. So yeah, super common. Okay. But yeah, I went and picked it up today and it does work.
Hi, Eric. That I'm keeping one of those Ender 3 printers for you, by the way, sir.
Yep.
Whenever you're able to make it down this way, it's yours. Or even near this way, I can travel part of the way up to you and drop it off to you. Same thing for you, Sloopy. You wanted the other one. It's sitting here, so.
Mhm.
I have the printer. I have the box for one of them because I got it relatively recently, so I can ship one, but the other one, somebody's going to have to come get it. That said, I was talking about 3D printers because I'm about to move them so I can set up the resin printer.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Well, guys, we've been going for about an hour and a half here now. I don't know if we want to shut down the stream and invite other people in. I think we've kind of
Yeah,
hit
absolutely.
our peak
That
of
sounds fun.
retro tech. So if anybody would like to join the stream, we're going to put the stream link in the Discord. And
Fun.
I don't think I've seen this angle before, Joe.
This is my favorite piece of hardware.
My precious.
Javier, you just got to buy one. You just got
Oh.
to.
I bought something else. That's why I don't have the money for that.
You bought that stupid double floppy drive. Didn't
That
you?
is correct. That is correct.
That thing on eBay? Is that what you're talking about?
No. That went for $80 after. I think Frank was saying that went for like $84, didn't it, Frank?
Yeah.
80 some bucks, yeah. The one we just looked at last night, yeah.
Imagine that, but printed in resin.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Wait, did Joe see Javier's thing he made?
My what?
The SE desktop pizza
Oh, no,
box.
no, Joe. Yeah, you want to see this?
What?
You want to end up the thing, or you want to?
What? What are you
The
talking
stream?
about?
Well, we can end it. Yeah. So Frank, if you want to end the stream.
Yep.
All right. So
Thanks
for
everyone
tuning,
for
guys.
joining.
Bye.
Yep, we
Bye,
appreciate it.
everybody.
Bye,
Make you
everybody.
feel
Love
better.
you.
Like, subscribe, share.
Oh,
We'll be back next week
hang
and
on.
with more retro tech news and fun stuff to talk about.
Let me post the
We all float
StreamYard
down
link.
here.
And
There is the
90%
link to join.
And 90% less Joe next week, or more Joe, depending on how you want it.
Ow, that hurt.
All right, Joe. Look at this.
Frank, hit the end.
You're supposed to,
Later.
in the stream. Bye.
Bye.